The hottest pop culture stories of the day. This is Hot to Go. I'm Brittany.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Mike.
Welcome back, Brittany.
Thanks.
We missed you.
I missed you guys, but I listened. It was kind of weird.
She did. She kept texting us. I was like, go to bed or do whatever sick people do.
Okay, I will say this, and this is like throwback Brittany, but back in the day, because like when you spend really long days with your kiddo, it's fun. And that's all I did. I went to... But you want adult interaction, so I just always have my talk on. In every room I come in and out of, like I'll hear things or whatever. And it is a lifesaver to have like another adult in the room.
We're really happy that we could save your life.
Thanks. You guys were a really good show yesterday. I learned a lot.
Hey, thanks. Thanks. One thing that we did not talk about yesterday that I feel like we've been talking about so much is Justin Bieber. Oh, the Biebs. He's back in the news because he got really mad about someone saying good morning to him.
You got big mad.
Because that's normal.
Yeah.
Going into like the weekend, your Coachella vibes weekend, I constantly flip people off for saying good morning to me.
It's giving toddler in the best way. Like anyone who has a toddler knows that there'll be it is not good day. Oh, okay. Okay. So like I'll face
violence.
Should I face the wall? Do I like squirt you with holy water? Like, where do we go from here?
You know, it's such a good analogy because this is how my child reacts to me every day when I put him down to change his like soiled diaper.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, thanks, middle fingers for me because I'm trying to change your poopy diaper.
Kendall, we all know that you love changing that diaper. You're the one who gets sick enjoyment out of holding him down. Like, it's terrible.
Getting kicked in the face while getting peed on is my favorite.
Yes.
So Justin Bieber's in Palm Springs. Some paparazzi went up to where he was going to the coffee shop with his buddies and said good morning. And I guess that triggered the rant where he then threw up two middle fingers. He said that they were like good for nothing but money. That's all they care about, not about people. It's just like low-key Justin being old Justin's now new Justin.
Kate, the weirdest part about it, like I get it. Screaming at stuff, not great.
No.
But the
the
lackadaisical nature he has of getting to his destination to convey his message, that really throws me off. Like he's not directly walking towards something. At some point, he kind of circumvents the situation in a way of, where are you even going?
Should we be following while you yell at us?
Like,
or, again, toddler analogy.
Yeah.
That is kind of my life.
Yeah, we were like, wait, are we going in the living room? Or what is there? It was just a very like, all right, I want more of a reaction, and you're not going to get much. So it's like, it's weird.
And he knows how the game works. He knows that because he sees the paparazzi every single day that he is out and about in public. This is a part of his life. It's been a part of his life for years. He knows that this reaction is going to get a far bigger reach than giving them no reaction at all. So what's he trying to push here? What's he trying to get? What message is he trying to get across? Because he understands how it works. We wouldn't be talking about him right now if he just walked into that store.
Also, like, he looks unhinged.
Yeah.
I know.
His outfit, like he's got his white boy shorts that his Calvin Klein's. Is that what he was modeling? I can't even remember when he was like half naked at the pool.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
With his like pants falling down. He's got one arm in a sweatshirt, one arm not. Both were used for the middle fingers, though. So like he had equal access for shoulder movement. Didn't really matter.
He really just, and I use this term a lot with him, he really wants to be like, he wants to be the contrary. He wants to be defiant. And those kind of personality traits usually don't do super well unless they're like addressed head on. Like, who is the man? Who is this person that you are? Like, the way he even looks and carries himself is literally like, mess with me, I dare you. Tell me to...
Like, it's comical.
Yeah.
You're like, Justin, I know you can't fight.
You have a bodyguard.
Yeah.
You are the man. You're the one walking around with a watch that's more expensive than my car.
Right.
We're like, I don't know what you're trying to prove here, but it's scaring the hell out of me.
It's actually more expensive than all three of our cars combined.
Speak for yourself, doll. Just kidding, mine too.
Mine too. Yeah, it's wild. Mike, you're right. Like, I don't know what he's trying to get us to talk about other than being unhinged.
I mean, if the band on his underwear said Calvin Klein, at least I'd be like, okay, it's an ad. Like,
totally.
Give us something. Like, what is he doing? I don't know. It's just odd, and it's just another interaction that doesn't make a whole lot of sense from him.
And me and Kendall and Mike, we've all said this. I wouldn't wish child stardom on my number one enemy. Nope. So I just feel like, unfortunately, we're watching this play out in real time.
Also, not to be that person, but if Britney did this, not this Britney Spears.
If either of us did it, we'd be committed.
Committed.
If I came in here just even with my sweatshirt half on, you'd say, go home. First off. Also, you shouldn't be in control of your own finances.
You doing okay? You doing okay over there?
But no, you're so right. Like, to your point, Kendall, is like, this Britney did far less than Noah at this point. She never like showed herself consuming alcohol or smoking weed, and it was still, you're a bad mother. We have to take away all your rights.
And if you look at this video, he comes within like inches of two different of the paparazzi, like very threatening. You're like, okay, you can't like come at people like that. You can't do that. Oh, okay. The gift that has not stopped giving from 2024 to now 2025. It ends with us. We have more to say about the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni drama. Specifically, you guys remember in the claim, Blake's sexual harassment claim, one of the key points that she made was about the birth scene. She said it was really uncomfortable that Justin Baldoni had hired a friend of his, quote unquote, to play the role of the doctor, which obviously would be very close to her lady parts, that she was just given like a towel to cover up with when people were walking in and out of the set, she was just a really uncomfortable situation, to which we said, yeah, that would be incredibly uncomfortable.
And cold.
Yeah, really cold. So the guy who played the doctor that she's talking about has finally come forward. His name is Adam Monsheen, and he said this: I'm not going to speculate as to Ms. Lively's motivations for mentioning me in the complaint. Needless to say, my experience working with her is very different than the one she described in her lawsuit. He said, I was actually surprised to hear her depiction of the scene. He said, for one, like, I'm an actor. It doesn't really matter if I'm Justin Baldoni's best friend. Like, you don't get to just call me that. That's also my job. But you go, good point. Like, that's
two
rude
things.
as hell.
I think two things are true on that. Like,
and the claim made it sound like a local actor who was just kind of hired randomly that happened to be a friend of Justin Baldoni's. He goes into that and he's like, well, no, I'm a working actor. Yeah. I've got look at my IMDb page. Like, it was a contracted job, just like any other job that I have. I wasn't just some random dude he just grabbed off the street.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely had a leg up in the process to being a friend, but you're right. Like, he still has somebody who's in this profession.
Yeah, and he said the other thing that like really stood out was that in response to her claim that she was nearly nude in these scenes and just given that towel to walk in between shots from, said her costume included a full hospital gown, black shorts, and torso-covering prosthetic to make her appear pregnant in addition to whatever personal garments she chose. He said that Blake never complained or expressed discomfort at any point because nothing unusual or improper occurred. It was entirely professional. And you go, well, if that's true, then that is a very, very different scenario than what was depicted in that sexual harassment complaint.
Yeah. And like, okay, because I'm really trying to tap into like her feelings because I go, this seems obvious. Like, who cares about wearing shorts? We don't know what kind of shorts. Like, I don't know from his point of view are we talking like booty shorts? Are we talking what? I don't know. And the problem is too, Kendall, that I have with this, you're right. I wouldn't have a problem with this. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with any of this.
Especially not as like an actor.
Yeah.
And I think and Brittany, you've always done a very good job of saying that in this case, you have two people who absolutely believe that they are right. This is an individual coming in here saying, now, you can say what you want about what her comfort level was with what she was wearing and whatever shorts they are. But he is saying she never once expressed discomfort about the situation, despite the fact in her report, she says that it was handled in a very unprofessional, non-standard way, a way that she's never seen before when she's done movies. And that means somebody is lying.
True.
It's not a perception anymore.
And like you said, Kendall, as well, if they brought up to the fact that she was allowed to wear whatever undergarments she felt comfortable in, and decided not to, like, you're right. Like, both of you are right in the way that there's some things that are subjective and then there's things that are objective. And they're saying that she chose to wear these things and didn't bring up an issue. How are they going to mind read that she's uncomfortable?
Well, and it's a literal lie. If you tell people that you're nearly nude and you only have a towel to cover up with, when someone else is going, not only can I not corroborate that, but I can tell you that is not at all what happened. I'm curious what else people on the set have to say.
Her quote was, "It was a chaotic, crowded, and utterly lacking in industry standard protections for filming nude scenes." That was the quote in the lawsuit, is that the scene was chaotic and crowded, and it was lacking the standard industry protections for filming nude scenes.
And I mean, I will say that's probably because, Blake, I don't think it was a nude scene.
Well,
right. If we're talking about what you're wearing.
I mean, if we're talking about, yeah. But again, that's like, I always try to go, all right, that would none of this would bug me. None of this. I mean, the thing is, we know this is what, a PG-13 movie. Your hee-haw is not going to be out and about for everyone to see.
Yeah.
Right.
You would only have to show so much, like maybe a knee, and be like, oh, like it's not.
Not the kneecaps.
I might have snacks under there too. And I'm not trying to diminish. I'm just saying that it's hard. This is hard because I really want to go, all right, like this is her experience. She felt very vulnerable. Her crotch is out, even if it's wearing little shorts. But you have to go to a place of, this is not your first movie. This is not your first.
Far from it.
And you're not for your first time where you were in a vulnerable situation. Like you do have to go, you need to say something or do something or bring a different item. I don't know.
I don't know. Mike, there was more on Jed Wallace, too.
And you may recall, Jed Wallace is a name that came up when we were doing our big deep dive into the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively lawsuit, the back and forth between the two. And Jed Wallace was an individual, I believe he's based out of Texas, who was hired by the Justin Baldoni team to basically monitor social media. So he was supposed to follow along, see, okay, is Blake Lively, are they pushing this narrative about domestic violence when it comes to promotion of Ends With Us, or are they talking more about the hair care products and grab your florals and that whole bit? And it was just basically a monitoring what the social media presence is at, and this had to do with the pushback that they were getting. And he actually has a lawsuit because he was named in the lawsuit that Blake Lively dropped, and he's being sued. For his role in this, saying that he was manipulating, he was actually starting to turn the narrative and trying to make it seem like she was in the wrong during the situation. Well, he is countersued for defamation and said, no, I literally was just hired to monitor things. That's my only role in this.
Yeah, because she was saying, like, you have an entire team of people spread out around the country that are changing the narrative. And he's like, that's not what happened.
That's not what happened. Now, in the response that he dropped, it was another response or complaint. I don't know the legal terms of what it was, but Blake Lively dropped this 800-page response to his defamation lawsuit. 800 pages.
Wow.
Now, in these 800 pages, which somebody might have just assumed, well, why would it be 800 pages? Well, this guy is independently trying to fight the Blake Lively lawsuit. He is not a part of the Justin Baldoni and Wayfarer Studios. He doesn't have the same resources when it comes to lawyers.
He's not being bankrolled.
Exactly.
No.
He's not being bankrolled in this process, at least not at this point. But he, in this response that he got from Blake Lively in these 800 pages, in that response, not only was his address revealed, but so was a medical condition that he is dealing with was revealed.
Wow, that is so hypocritical.
It is so hypocritical because you may remember in New York, it was the team of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's team, their side, that said, hey, we need to really be careful about what information gets out here because there's a lot of personal information when we're looking at these text messages, looking at these interactions. We don't want the wrong information to be getting out. So to your point, extremely hypocritical.
It feels very much like that. Well, we can say that because we're the big guy.
Yeah.
And you can't, though. Sorry. Like, to everyone else, you can't know our stuff, but, like, who cares about you? Nobody knows you.
And this might be, like you're talking about, more of a moral issue than it is a legal issue since this is now filed in Texas and not New York.
Yeah, so even if they decide, from the legal standpoint, the New York case, which is the big case, the big lawsuit, if they say, yeah, you're right, we'll put protections on it, which I do think the judge did say, right? They did make that determination.
So.
This Texas case is going to be having no part of that.
Yeah.
Right.
So his info is out there right now.
What a wild ride.
It just, yeah.
I just feel like every time they have a chance to step in dog poop, they take it.
And all I can think is 800 pages is like the size of one of my romantasy novels. That's a lot of reading.
Even if it was about me the whole time, the whole thing was about me.
Tell me more.
I couldn't be bothered. 800 pages, I'd say you win.
Oh my God.
And that's probably what they want, They want you to go, what?
Rude.
Probably half of it's a Sudoku like games in the middle somewhere. Oh my God, 800
There's a Wordle
pages.
here on page 456.
I once printed like 40 pages off at the printer, and I'm still reading that.
Yeah, that was a big day for Brittany.
That was a big day.
Put a dent in the ink cartridge, you know?
Sorry, Daddy Hubbard.
Okay, Kaitlyn Bristowe. You guys, the name's vaguely familiar to some of you, not at all to others. Well, she is the host of Off the Vine podcast. She was also the Bachelorette for a season. She's really stayed in the zeitgeist because she was one of the first ones of the Bachelor franchise to host a successful podcast. 1, 2, at the time, the guy she picked, and she had a pretty successful engagement for about 2 years. They broke up. Then she got together with a different former Bachelor contestant named Jason, who was also very popular. So the two of them were a really popular couple within the Bachelor world. Kaitlyn and Jason broke up about a year ago. But they're back in the news because Jason, her ex, just adopted a new dog. He put us a picture about it and said, hey, like, guys, this is the dog I got. His name's Rango, but like, it doesn't feel right from the rescue. What do you think it should be? He picks the name. We find out within 24 hours because Kaitlyn goes on her podcast and says, to get a dog and name that dog my dream baby name that I've had my baby name for 10 years is so rude.
Okay, what's the name?
Teddy.
Oh.
So I held off on telling you the name because I wanted to see your face, because all I could think was, Kaitlyn, I hear you, but also Teddy's not exactly like
Feelings?
super rare name.
Feelings are like real to you, Kristen. If I'm starting a sentence like that
Kaitlyn.
ever, or Kaitlyn. Kristen
Let's try this
Cavallari.
again. Kaitlyn Bristowe.
Caitlyn. Hey, Caitlyn. That was a different. Sorry, I had a Bluetooth in. I was talking to my sister, who's Kristen. Caitlyn, feelings are real. They're super real. Teddy is a name that I think I know 14 dogs named Teddy. Also,
And he's a golden retriever.
I know.
So, like-
it's like very teddy bear, very Teddy vibes. Also, fun fact, I had a black dog named Brooke, that the neighbor girl was named Brooke not that long after.
Yeah.
It's fine. Nobody confused them. She didn't get any social security number by accident.
No. Yeah. Jason's hasn't said anything about this. His last name, by the way, is Tartik. So he said that a lot of the suggestions were Teddy and Nash. And he's like, I really like the idea of Teddy Tartik, Teddy T. And I'm like, that is really cute. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
That you'd want that. I agree though. I'm of the like, hey, I feel you, girl. And she in this reiterated 16 times how she's over him. She doesn't want anything to do with him. This is just coming up because she felt really disrespectful. And I'm like, I hear you. I get it. And she's talked about how she wants to freeze her eggs because she's 39 and hasn't met her partner yet. So like, I feel like it's a really sensitive like point for her.
Yeah.
Like, it's a hot button.
Yeah.
In a way that maybe it isn't for me just like hearing about this. But I still am at a place of like, I think you can still name your kid Teddy.
I think you can still name your kid Teddy. Also, sometimes I don't like giving somebody like preemptive ways to make me mad. I don't like to say, hey guys, if you call me a bitch, I'm going to be so mad.
Yeah.
If you use the name Teddy, I don't like giving somebody that because it's rare.
That's power.
That's too much power for somebody to be walking around with. Like, Kaitlyn, you're giving away so much power by saying him naming. No, doll. You do what me and Kendall do. Mm-hmm. You go into a room with a friend, aka Kendall, and you just talk crap about them. And then you literally forget they exist.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then when you have your kid, because Kaitlyn, you will. So one time a person called me in their office because I had that same thought of like, will I have it? You will. You'll have your kid. You'll have it all, Kaitlyn. I promise you. And then by that time, honestly, the dog will be middle-aged. And who knows? Maybe it'll eat some chocolate. I don't know Teddy's life. It might not even exist in the same realm as your human Teddy. But the point is, I have a cat named Kevin. Kendall has a father named Kendall. They both have impacted our lives the same amount.
Uh-huh.
And so to that I say, we almost never confuse them. And you're going to be just fine.
Yeah.
And you're going to have your baby Teddy, be it girl or boy, because that's a cute name for both.
Yep.
And blessings on your household.
Blessings. Mike,
Yeah.
would you be offended by this?
Oh my goodness, no, not at all. If it was celestial seed, maybe. Like, if it was something so obvious. But to your point, like, this is her decision. Like, you haven't moved past it. You're allowing this person to dictate your mood in this setting and make sure that this story is about that Teddy, a dog, years before your Teddy is here. That makes no sense at all. I'm not offended by all.
What about in reverse, Mike? What if I had a human child and named it Punk?
I would be honored. Punk would live on through your child. That would be the biggest honor of my life.
That's the dream, right?
Yeah, that's
the dream.
Punk's. Yeah.
Okay.
It is like it's such a different conversation. If he had a kiddo and named the kiddo Teddy, then you kind of
know each other.
I know, but then I do go, whoa, wait, I told you that was my name, and now we're broken up, and you're going to do that with someone else?
Yeah.
That would bug me. But I'm petty like that.
Yeah. Bug is, but I'd be like, oh, yeah, of course they did. Of course they did that. I don't know if I'd put them on blast because I wouldn't want them to know that I even know.
Yeah, it's just a reminder of why they're your ex-fiance.
Yeah.
It's true.
Which is fine.
A girl once got a tattoo that looked just like mine. And I'd never seen anyone else with one that looked like mine at the time.
Yeah.
And she'd actually asked my sister for a picture of it before she went in.
No
my sister was like,
way.
Kendall, so-and-so wants a picture of it. I'm like, no, it's weird. She posted on Instagram within like 2 days. Like, look at this. It means so much to me. I've been thinking about this for years. Oh, you bet. My petty self was so petty. I was flooding those comments. I was like, that looks real familiar, like the one I've been looking at in the mirror for the last 3 years.
Ooh.
She kept deleting them. I just kept putting them back up. I'm like, don't even play. I still haven't talked to her. I see her sometimes and I give her a look.
Where is her tat?
It's on her ribs.
Oh, okay, so at least
it's like it is a replica, including like the verbiage
of your ribs one?
Of the one on my rib, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Like, she straight up jacked it. I'm still petty as hell about it. I'm talking about it
She's
on a radio
obsessed
station right
with
now.
you.
Oh my
she was
God,
obsessed with you at that time.
She actually did say it was supposed to be an homage. It was inspired by yours because I think you're so cool. I was like, don't.
Oh, wow.
Don't.
I don't think I have anything of one original thing that somebody could take from me. I don't think I have one original thing.
You do. You have a tattoo.
Okay, but like, what if
somebody asked her a picture of it and you were like, no, it's weird.
Yes.
And then did it and was like, this is something I've been thinking about for years. It means so much to me. And you're like, I'm sorry. What?
But even my it's not like an original tat. I wonder.
I'll be petty for you if it ever happens.
Thank you.
Same.
I couldn't care. I mean, but I'm even thinking like, because my dog's name's Robot. Like if somebody's like, I named my dog Robot, I'd be like, don't you love it? It cracks me up every time. Like,
great.
I don't know. It takes quite a bit nowadays, but
I think it'd be the denial of it all.
Yeah.
Like that was like my tattoo thing was like, let's not pretend that you came up with this. Like if he was like, no, this was something that I've always wanted, I think then you could have a moment of like, okay, lol.
I will say, because like as much as I wouldn't let anybody know it bugged me, I will say this. He's psycho for that. He knew that name. I will say that. Like I'm going to give like, again, this is like conversations I would have with Mike or Kendall in a closed room being like, guess what my ex freaking did? And we would go, what? They are psycho for that. Or if I stole an ex's kid's name to put for my dog, you are a little bit cray for that.
You're so right. Actually, I've changed my entire answer. I'm Team Kaitlyn.
But here's the thing. Kaitlyn does. She's like me where she talks a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know if he clocked it.
Oh, no, he clocked it.
You think he clocked it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he clocked it.
Oh.
Now I'm Team Kaitlyn. Now I'm coming after him. I'm coming after him.
All right, we're Team Kaitlyn.
We're Team Kaitlyn now.
Kill Teddy.
What?
What?
No.
Not the dog.
The only way.
Brittany. We always have to go from this one extreme to the other, and I don't know how to respond.
Not only does his name need to be changed, but we need proof of name change. I want him to go to the Social Security office, stand in line like all of us schmucks have to, and change Teddy's name.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's the only way.
Teddy's cute as hell, though.
I know, he's so
He's
cute.
adorable.
Even
He's such a good
guys,
boy.
real talk, I joke about killing cute animals all the time.
It's weird.
I love them so much. We'll take Teddy. We'll name him the BK Show Dog.
Okay.